Greetings, programs, and welcome to the video. How's everyone doing? I hope y'all are doing great, and let's jump right into this. So, I have done a little bit of building already. In fact, a lot of us did a little bit of building over at the Spawn Island. Let's check that out.
Welcome everyone to the totally finished community center. Don't worry about it.
It looks great, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. Today, we're going to be doing a building competition, which is very open-ended. It's basically, we have a 1 hour time limit, and whatever you guys want to build, somewhere on the Spawn Island, I will be judging based on a set of categories, and it will be, let me see what I said those categories are. The first category is aesthetics and decor. The second category is scale and scope. So, is it big? The next scale is functionality. The next category is creativity of concept. And then the last category, which will be after the hour is complete, you will present it to me, and the quality of your presentation will be judged as well. So, does anybody have any questions before we get started?
No.
Nope, I think I'm all good here.
Excellent.
No, I have to think about a presentation.
Yeah, I
Excellent.
did notice the presentation part.
So yeah, that'll be something to think about while you're building.
chat.
All right,
She's
that's
critiquing
time.
me.
Blocks down. Stop
You
building.
slept?
I was
I'm
organizing
gonna
my
give you a
inventory.
ladder.
I
Put
have
the blocks
slept.
down.
So each of us showed off our builds, and unfortunately mine was not complete, even though you saw the completed version in the time lapse. And personally, I loved all of them, and I can't wait to see what else everyone has to build. And if you're wondering who came in first place...
So, in first place, we have Cross.
Huh?
Based.
Hello.
Blink, blink.
And then, congratulations, you have won a storage room in the location of your choosing. So, we'll discuss at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
I owe you
Thanks.
one storage room.
Yay!
Everybody else, thank you so much for participating. I hope you had fun, and hopefully one of you guys will be inspired to plan something for next week's Elsewhere Community Hour.
So, I hope you guys all enjoyed that, and yes, Cross did win. Deservedly, I loved her build, and I actually did finish up the tower afterwards, and, you know, I liked it. I loved everyone's build. The flying puppy fish, dogfish, probably one of my favorites, but Cross won fair and square, and like I said, I loved her tower, so I mean, everyone's builds were awesome, so I mean, is there really a winner when they all look that great? Anyway, as much as I would love to build a tower here, I need storage space. As many of you know, I have been using this house as my storage, and unfortunately I'm just running out of space. I'm using shulker boxes, and there's like a little bit of everything in every chest. And, you know, when I want to do a build, I don't want to have to be looking through every single chest until I find what I'm looking for. So, I'm going to actually sort out all of my storage. So, while I do have some storage spaces in here, I honestly don't know if I will ever use any of it. I think a lot of it will just be used as decoration. But I do have lots of barrels here and on the next floor, and some chests on the top floor. And that also just didn't feel like enough to me. So I'm going to pick up these two boxes here, and I'm going to build something somewhere. I don't know yet. I just know that I have a design in mind, and I need a place to store all of my stuff. So I'm going to figure that out and then see where we go from there. Alright, and welcome back, and I have finished my storage, and I've even moved everything in, which took a while, but I'm glad it is done. So here is the outside of the storage unit. As you can see, I took a lot of inspiration from the house, but I did try to put my own twist on things. Yeah. I had a few, some small problems at the beginning when building this, but outside of that, it's a really nice build. And I mean, the problems weren't even real problems, just me being stupid. So, it all works out in the end. So, on the main floor, it's really nothing special. You already saw it. It's just a bunch of chests, and it'll just sort of line up 3 high. And I did use slabs in order to be able to open it later on. So that is awesome. Ladder at the back here for more storage. I believe I can get these up 3 high as well. I'm not sure if these blocks will interfere or not. If they do, then I might just do a double chest going out like this way. So it'll be like double chest, and then double chest. But yeah, that is the build. It was actually funny. This build and of course the tower all use a lot of the same material. Because I apparently overdid it for material for the house when I had to gather everything the second time. And yeah, I had a lot of stuff left over. So for spruce alone, I still have this much. But I mean, I love using spruce, so I don't mind having a ton of it. But compared to birch or oak, you know, it's a lot. But you know, lots of stuff in here. But as you may have noticed, and I don't know if I've kept it in the video yet or not, but I died quite a few times, and I've lost some armor. Why does my diamond chestplate only have mending on it? Okay. But I need levels. I need lots of levels. And I don't feel like going over to this skeleton farm, running back here, going over to the skeleton farm, running back here, just to enchant some stuff. So I'm gonna build a zombie farm. As you guys probably know, I've been using the FreeCam mod lately, and while I was doing that, I found something. And if this is cheating, then fine, I cheated. But at the same time, like, I'm not using it to like find ores and stuff. I'm just using it to locate stuff underground that I can use. But in doing that, I found this little guy fairly close. There is a zombie spawner right here, and I'm not sure how far it goes back there. But I mean, this I can easily close off, mine out, and actually maybe get some XP closer to home, which, you know, would actually be really nice. For context, if I go into FreeCam mode here, and then just go up, I'm right here. So there's my house, my storage unit, my Savannah village apparently. The wolf farm. You know, I'm pretty close. And I actually like it because this one is a lot closer than the Skelly spawner I found. But I might still use that one, so who knows. But yeah, I'm going to figure out what I did with my tools and dig this out, and hopefully we can work with this. Probably do the same thing I did for the Skelly spawner farm I did over there, but I think, or I don't think I actually need to do anything more than that. So let's jump right into that, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Alright, and we are back, and as you saw from that quick time lapse, we are done with the zombie spawner. I'm not too sure who it was I saw state this. I'm going to say Pixel Riff because I've been watching him like crazy, but it could have been Fwip because I've also been watching him like crazy lately. But putting a lower slab on top of the zombie spawner will prevent or any spawner will prevent them from spawning on top of it and thus getting stuck up there. So far it seems to be working. The only problem I seem to be having is when it decides to spawn in a bunch, but thankfully that time they all sort of went in one by one. I had a bunch spawn in like almost like right here all together, and so they got kind of stuck trying to get down this way. But I think overall things are going pretty well, and looks like I have reached the maximum I can hold there. So I'm just going to pop back in here and might as well top up these. But it's doing pretty well. I've already collected a bunch of stuff. The chickens spawning in are always fun. I was confused as to why I was hearing chickens for the longest time. just turn that down a little bit for you guys, so you can actually hear me over the enormous amount of zombies. But yeah, so this is honestly working a lot better than the skeleton one, and I don't know if it's just like the way zombie spawners are like meant to work or what, but because they do seem to spawn like more than one at a time, this has, oh, there we go, there's a few that are stuck. And it's like they just jumped in. It's like, yay! Doink! But yeah, because they spawn in, which says like 3 or 4 at a time, it actually is a slightly better source of XP than the skeleton, which, as far as I can tell, only did spawn in 1 skeleton at a time. So, I'm glad I went for the zombie over the skeleton spawner that's around here. So I'm probably just going to get my levels up and get some new pants for me. I might disenchant my chest plate because for some reason I didn't enchant that before putting mending on it. So that's awesome. And you know, I can easily just buy some mending from a villager, so I don't really mind doing that. I'm going to have to buy some more anyway for my pants and boots. So I'm just going to stay here for a bit, and I'll see you guys once I'm all set to go. Alright, and we are back, and I am at the zombie grinder? Zombie grinder? I guess that's what you'd call it. And I am just about to put the final touches on my new boots. So in here, you'll see it has water protection 4, unbreaking 2, and feather falling 2. I don't really need the feather falling, but apart from that, I actually really like my, I have double fire protection. Even though, naturally, I don't take fall damage or fire damage, so funny game. Funny. And for some bizarre reason, it takes 33 levels to put mending on my boots. So it got this going, and given the lack of levels I have, yeah, funny enough, between the last clip and now, I've actually been playing quite a lot. And not just because I wasn't liking the enchantments I was getting. At one point, I think it was the Entitled told me where to find a fortress, which, funny enough, was actually not that far from where I was. I was actually going in that direction. I just quit halfway, so, or partway. I was able to go there, and I got myself 19 blaze rods, and I used 1 to create another brewing stand. So now I believe it's the house next to my villager with silk touch. Hello, Moto. Yes. He is my cleric, and of course he accepts lots of rotten flesh, which I am more than willing to give to him. And as you can see, I have been trading with him quite a bit. Well, the morning just started, so I can probably get another trade from him. This one. But that is why I brought all of these back with me. It's pretty much what I've been doing, but I can now finally get rid of any and all rotten flesh that I have for some emeralds, which is good because with the zombie spawner there I'll be using it quite a bit, and I get a lot of rotten flesh out of that. Also, I didn't realize I wasn't playing with shaders until recently. because I was looking at the F3 screen and I was trying to figure out some of the stuff on here and I couldn't. And then, oh, right at the bottom, it says Irish shaders, and it says right there what I have. Before it was saying I wasn't using any, and I was confused because it's just like, how am I not using shaders? But apparently I wasn't. So I turned them back on, and now the world looks beautiful. It really does. I really do like this. So, I love it. And depending on how things look when I edit this video and my replays, it might go back and forth between shaders and no shaders. So, something else I did because I was wanting to get mending books, even though I forgot I already had some. I harvested up all of this again, and I'm not kidding when I say I have a lot of seeds. So I made one of these, almost 2 full stacks from what I put in. Not too bad, considering it takes like pretty much an entire inventory to just replant all of this. The fact that, you know, I got almost 2 whole stacks back is actually pretty good. I also need a stack because apparently I forgot to replant downstairs, so that's awesome. But everyone, I think with all of that said and done, I'm going to leave this video off here. I'm going to be doing some behind the scenes stuff, like the farm, dealing with the extra seeds and all that, so you guys don't really need to see all of that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit that like button, and if not already, please hit that subscribe button and ding the bell to stay up to date with all the videos that I post, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone!